4 times, women offered the best prayers to Krishna. By Krishna's mercy. Quote, "Our dear Lord, we are offering our loving service unto you because we are all eternal servitors of your Lordship. You can order us and ask us to do whatever you please. Every living being can be relieved from all kinds of despair if he agrees to abide by your orders." Nagapatnis offering prayers to Krishna. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Volume 1, Chapter 16. The premise is that they are less intelligent. The Sanskrit terms are unflattering at best and insulting at worst. This group is part of the category known as pap yoni. They are born into sin. As Goswami Tulsidas describes the history of the female ascetic known as Shabri, it is like a breeding ground of sin. Jatihin agajanma mahimukta kini asi nari. Mahamanda man sukh chahasi aise prabhu he bisari. Quote, "The one who was without a caste, who took birth from a ground of sins, even that woman was liberated. O you of greatly foolish mind, how can you desire happiness while forgetting such a Lord?" Doavli 156. They are stuck in the female birth, relegated to follow the lead of men. In case they should happen to branch out and insisting upon independence, they are exploited left and right. They are left to accept the camera as their husband, speaking into it for validation, confirmed in the illusion of likes and comments from a public that has no meaningful connection to them. The Vedic tradition, through its histories, highlights the reality that barriers are never absolute in their ability to obstruct. In a real connection with the origin of everything and linking through what is known as yoga, there is no interruption and no cause. That is to say, pure devotion does not depend on conditions. We see the truth through some of the most famous prayers offered, documented, and preserved in Shastra. 1. Kunti Devi. She has been through a lot. Her family has suffered. It feels as though they were targeted for being good. When you align with Dharma, when you follow through on activities without making a giant fuss, without boasting of your pious nature, outsiders might mistake that silence for weakness. They might feel emboldened to attack, to exploit, and to attempt to bring down. Kunti Devi and her sons, known as the Pandavas, endured one calamity after another. Somehow they survived. Queen Kunti knew it was because of one person, Krishna. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He had always favored the Pandavas. One time, Kunti offered such kind prayers that a person might not believe she actually held the sentiments contained therein. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Prabhupada used these prayers as the basis for an entire book describing the timeless culture of Sanatana Dharma. Vipadah santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yat syad apunar bhava darshanam. Quote, "I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths." Queen Kunti speaking to Lord Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.25. The mother of the Pandava brothers essentially prayed to have calamities return. During those difficult moments, it felt as though God was close by. Though there was struggle, there was assurance. When things are going well, perhaps Krishna will not feel compelled to intervene. He might become distant. Rather than take the risk of losing the association, better to keep struggling. 2. Yashoda. Krishna protected Kunti and her family during adulthood, but someone else was protecting Krishna prior to that. During the childhood period, it was Yashoda watching over her beloved son. The power of Yogmaya was such that Yashoda did not realize the true identity of her son. Rather, she considered him to be a dependent. Krishna needed her love, you see. Krishna required her attention. Complicating matters was the truth that bad things kept happening in Gokula. Krishna was at the center of the action. He managed to walk away from each incident unharmed. Rather, it was the attackers who perished. One time, Yashoda felt compelled to recite the names of Vishnu in order to protect her son. This was after he had survived the attack of poison from a shape-shifting witch. These names of Vishnu would be like a protective cover against the various parts of the body. Yashoda was essentially praying to God to protect God. Quote, "My dear Krishna, may the Lord who is known as Manaman protect your thighs. May Lord Vishnu, who is known as Yagya, protect your legs. May Lord Achyut protect your arms. May Lord Hayagriva protect your abdomen. May Lord Keshava protect your heart. May Lord Vishnu protect your arms. May Lord Urukrama protect your face. May Lord Ishvar protect your head. May Lord Chakradhara protect your front. May Lord Gadadhara protect your back. May Lord Madhusudana, who carries a bow in his hand, protect your eyesight. May Lord Vishnu, with his conch shell, protect your left side. May the personality of Godhead, Upendra, protect you from above, and may Lord Tarksha protect you from below the earth. May Lord Haladhara protect you from all sides. May the personality of Godhead, known as Hrishikesh, protect all your senses. May Lord Narayan protect your breath, and may the Lord of Shvetadvipa, Narayan, protect your heart. May Lord Yogeshvara protect your mind. May Lord Prishnagarbha protect your intelligence, and may the Supreme Personality of Godhead protect your soul. While you are playing, may Lord Govinda protect you from all sides, and when you are sleeping, may Lord Madhava protect you from all danger. When you are working, may the Lord of Vaikuntha protect you from falling down. When you are sitting, may the Lord of Vaikuntha give you all protection. And while you are eating, may the Lord of all sacrifices give you all protection." Thus Mother Yashoda began to chant different names of Vishnu to protect the child Krishna's different bodily parts. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Volume 1, Chapter 6. 3. Gopis. The Golden Avatara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has declared that the standard of worship of the cowherd damsels of Vrajabhumi is topmost. These are the Gopis, whose work is central to maintaining the economy of the rural area, which features many cows. The Gopis love Krishna without expectation of reward. They feel the pain of separation when Krishna is away from them for even a moment. Their most well-known expressions of love are found in Bhagavad Puran, in a section known as Gopi-gita. Gopya Uchu, Jayati te dikam janmana vraj, Shrayat indira shashvadatra hidait, Drishyatam dikshu tavaka stvai dhrita savastvam vichinnavate. Quote, the Gopis said, "O beloved, your birth in the land of Vraja has made it exceedingly glorious, and thus Indira, the goddess of fortune, always resides here. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. We have been searching everywhere for you, so please show yourself to us." Srimad Bhagavatam 10:31-1. 4. Nagapatnis. The childhood of Krishna features battles with wicked characters known as asuras. The optics aren't great for the aggressors. They are close to literally trying to take candy from a baby, except instead of taking, they are applying lethal force. They appear in disguises. They approach when least expected, and they give trouble enough to instill terror in even the most valiant of heroes. Since the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental in nature, he can accomplish the work of the world while giving the visual of an infant. Krishna handles the asuras without issue. He is kind enough to offer them liberation in the process by killing them. One notable exception in the stories is the serpent known as Kaliya. He wasn't necessarily sent to do harm. He escaped out of fear of the eagle carrier known as Garud. Kaliya retained his serpent nature, and so as soon as he came in contact with the sacred Yamuna River, the waters became contaminated. The waters were suddenly poisonous, which Krishna happened to notice by the effect on his male cowherd friends. Krishna decided to deal with the issue directly. He jumped into the waters and wrestled with the formidable foe. Kaliya used his coils to wrap young Krishna up tightly, giving the visual of impending victory. Except Krishna flipped the script, eventually emerging on top of Kali and dancing on his hoods. Things were not looking good for the serpent, but then his wives stepped in. Known as the Nagapatnis, they offered such kind words in praise of Krishna that the crisis was averted. Krishna let Kaliya go and even gave the amazing parting gift of the imprint of his lotus-like feet on the head. This mark would serve as protection against Garud. It was like Kaliya had visited a sacred temple and left with a wonderful tilaka, indicating to everyone else that he was now aligned with supreme divinity. In closing, tapping out and ready to quit, left with mark of temple to sit, because wives kindly to pray, intelligence and devotion display, that Krishna their husband could spare, since crisis no longer there. Kaliya with imprint on forehead clear, safe now even if Garud near.